So let's start with the topics. I have questions for you.
All right.
And we're gonna go deep into these questions.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so the first one and the most important one, right here, right now, is the championship over?
Nice. Let's start starting with the big guns. And I'm gonna say yes, probably. Like if it isn't, it's for a very like sort of specific sort of circumstances that I just don't foresee happening. Like like for some reason either like Verstappen starts crashing out, or all of a sudden like Leclerc sort of understands how he should do the championship and not do these type of things, and then maybe everything goes well. But I
Okay.
think at this point you are asking Leclerc or Perez or Sainz, which are like the three, the two behind Leclerc, um, to literally win every race from here on out, or like try to win every race, and then maybe Verstappen doesn't finish one or two of those races. I mean, he's not mathematically out like winning, but he's
Yes.
like over 60 points ahead. Just assuming that he's gonna finish every race and that you win it, and his second place is like 7 points per race, and I don't know that.
Yeah. So Verstappen, if we do the math here, there are 10 races left,
Mhm.
and he's 63 points ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna calculate fast laps points here, assuming that there's no points for fastest lap. If Leclerc is going to win, if Leclerc was to win every single race from here on now until Abu Dhabi, he has to win every single one of them, and Verstappen is second in every single one of them.
Right.
So Leclerc first, Verstappen
Mhm.
second. By Abu Dhabi, they will be tied on points. Tied.
Yeah.
So like if Verstappen wins another race,
Mhm.
like so I guess by that means that if Verstappen wins another race, he could just finish every single race second from here till the end of the year,
Yeah,
and he can still win the
and
championship.
still be fine. Correct. Yeah.
So
It's literally looking like it's locked. Like, I mean, I feel like especially Leclerc, like this was his chance. And actually, before the weekend started, I said to myself, I really hope that Leclerc wins this race, like after he got the pole position. And I said, because Verstappen actually looked a little shook after the qualifying. He looked like he was maybe a little bit out of his zone or uncomfortable,
yep.
like to the point that he was like stressed. And like you could see it, it's like all of a sudden the Ferraris actually have a shot. They actually out qualified us and they have a shot. Um, and then I was like, if Verstappen can be sort of destabilized, he is a tiltable guy, or he's liable to make mistakes when he's angry or when he's driving like under pressure. So then there's a chance. But then Leclerc, he did exactly the wrong thing. He essentially let Verstappen, relax for the rest of the season, just drive at his own pace, just finishing races, and then now Leclerc has to be the one that's like stressed out trying to catch him, and to me, it's just not smart. I don't know why he was trying to outdrive the car, like outdrive like himself. Uh, and then when he lost, he was like so stressed out on the radio. I was like, why are you like that's
He's
the
like,
wrong attitude to have. Yeah,
ah!
it's like 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 a wounded animal, or something. But like it was too much. It's kind of like I think he needed to understand on a mental space that like he should just be trying to gain back as many points as he can, but in a relaxed way. He doesn't need to rush it. He just needs to fucking finish races and like do it slowly. Or he needed to. Now I think it's too late because now he crashed out and he lost out on a bunch of points that like now he's never coming back. So
Yeah, I think we've always mentioned that. I actually think that, I mean, we've always said it. Verstappen is probably the best Formula One driver in the sport at the moment.
Yep.
It is. The last time I remember Verstappen making a mistake was in Spain. where like there was a little bit of a wind on turn
Oh,
four,
yeah,
and he was like,
yeah.
"Ooh." He didn't even crash. He just like went out on like on the gravel, and he still won that race.
Yeah.
I think that was also the race that I think Leclerc's car also failed in that race.
Yeah, I Spain. That was an ECW for him, and like Ferrari once again failed him in some capacity.
So like, but Verstappen doesn't make mistakes. The guy is solid. Like Verstappen's worst performance is not even his fault. Like in Silverstone, it's just like he got a giant piece of debris like stuck underneath his car.
AlphaTauri.
Yeah, and then if we don't count that one, his worst performance is he finished third in Monaco.
Yeah.
Like the guy
That was
doesn't
like
have a
Monaco.
bad day. Like that's a bad day for Verstappen.
Yeah.
So I don't. Leclerc is just prone to having this sort of mistakes. The guy is really fast, and I do think that perhaps he's the fastest driver in the grid, but he's not the most complete driver. He always makes these mistakes when he has to just show up. And sometimes it's not even like under pressure. I don't think he was under any pressure here. Actually, the beginning of the race, he was under a lot of pressure, and he just needed to keep Verstappen behind. And I'm like, this is when Leclerc can probably make a mistake, and he didn't make it.
No.
It was just all on his own after Verstappen pitted. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, just from the camera angles and stuff. Like what was really like,
and did you see the
behind.
interview? Because
Yeah.
he just blames himself.
Yeah, he just admits that like it was his mistake. That like he essentially threw the championship away, in that swift moment. But I don't know. I think he just has the wrong attitude. I don't know. I I think ideally you will probably go back, not try to win, just try to drive clean, drive fast, and enjoy the rest of the season. And maybe you get second place, like as long as you don't keep making mistakes. And I think that's fine. You enjoy it, and then maybe if you do well, and Verstappen doesn't finish for like 2 or 3 races, then you're back at it. But this whole like being stressed and like all in on like the 11th race or whatever this is, it's I don't know. It didn't seem smart to me, and unfortunately, that kind of like, I don't know. I think doesn't necessarily remove the excitement from right now. Like like it's possible mathematically speaking that like something happens, but like I don't know. Once we're like 3 or 4 races out, we all gonna know that like okay, not a lot of things matter anymore because Verstappen is probably just gonna win it.
Yeah.